So when I was a kid, there's very little robot anything, right? And then fast forward to when I started my career in the 90s, industrial robots are the real deal, right? Like, so 95, 96, when I started working at Fanuc, uh, automotive plants are full of robots already, right? So like 30 years, and we've gone from no robots really to uh, let's call it fully automated factories, right? They're not fully automated, meaning there are still people. And today, if you go into these factories, there are a lot of people in them still, but they're doing ancillary tasks. They're not welding, right? They're not assembling physical parts together. Like, so I worked in the body shop. Well, when I say worked, I mean I was in the body shop of an automotive. I was at Hyundai in 2006 for like a year and a half, 2005, 2006, something like that, for like a year and a half, helping start up that plant. Um, and they had, I don't know, in the body shop, which is the part where they weld all the frames together. Or they're not frames; they're the shell pieces, right? So they stamp a door, and they stamp the inside of the door, and they stamp the outside of the door, and they stamp the outside of the car, and they stamp like all the different pieces, the hood and the inside of the hood. And they have like machines that are called seamers, right? So they put the inner part of the hood and the outer part of the hood together, and then the machine it's all fixtured, right? And then the machine just like seams it, right? Some of it they have gluers, right, that before the parts go together, and then they also have like seam welders. So like it's all automated, all the real process. In the old days, they hand build this stuff, right? And then they'd assembly line it, but still hand build it, right? And then eventually by the 90s, where everything is automated, we're just the operators are just making sure that like the parts are filled. And like in 2005, when we built that plant, which was a big plant, I think it was 1 million square feet, right? But the stamping stamping presses are stamping out parts in the back, and the robots are picking up the part as they come out of the stamping press and putting them on hangers or in pallets, right? Or in, big pallets. And then they go into the body shop where the robot unpicks out of the pallet and puts them on the seamers, right? And then when it's finished, the robot picks them up and puts them on another pallet, and it goes over to the main, the main buck, which is where they weld it all together, right? So there are no operations done by a human that are big operations, right? The operations done by the humans are, one, make sure the cell runs, right? Like the cell stopped. Why did the cell stop? Oh, something's amiss, right? Go fix it. And the other thing is like, oh, the little pieces, they're like these little pieces they have to introduce sometimes, right? So they like load those pieces or whatever, or they drive the cart around to make sure that the cell has the parts it needs, right? So there's still a lot of, actually, if you look at a factory today, even a fully automated factory, there are still a lot of human jobs. Like I think that I just read an article about some new auto factory where it's a fully automated factory, and it still had like 500 employees or something like that. So there's still a good contingent of jobs, right? They're just better jobs. They're not like dirty, heavy lifting jobs anymore. They're like easier jobs.